Oh, what's up, my dudes? 2024 Arlington Supercross track on MX vs. ATV Legends. We're going to be taking a little look-ski at it. Bro, these finish lines, they are insane. How did I pop off? I don't know. Oh, it's my first laps ever on the track, obviously, you know. So, we're trying to get the kind of first impressions of it here. That's super cool how you can... Holy rhythm. Spencer boy hitting the rhythm first lap. First lap. Oh, that's a triple. Whoa, dogs, these jumps are steep. This is crazy, man. If that's one thing I can say about this 2024 Monster Indy Supercross DLC for Legends, they did not hold back on the actual jump size and peak of the jumps. Somebody over there at Rainbow Studios was brewing that tea up, dog. That's all I know to say about that. Okay. Whoa, triple into the Supercross triple. Oh, bro. Bro, just look at how steep that finish line is, though. I mean, absolute booter, dude. Booter, dude. These are basically like the expert tracks in the game. I mean, that's literally what this pretty much is right here. Holy shit, man. So, like, you know, they came out with those expert versions of tracks. Can I quad here? Yeah, but then you got a single that's slow as fuck. So they added these, like, expert versions of the stock Supercross tracks in the game not too long ago, which are basically just, like, beefed up jumps, you know, beefed up whoops, everything's bigger and badder, right? That's pretty much what these are, but just out the gate, you know what I'm saying? These are kind of like expert level tracks, just straight up. Like, bro, I don't know, about 6 or 9 seconds in the air, dude, on the finish line, you know what I'm saying? So, this is kind of cool. You get a look at the layout of Arlington. I can't necessarily say that the dirt or the, you know, I can't necessarily say this is like super realistic, but it's cool for having like a Monster Indy Supercross DLC in Legends specifically. You know how Legends just has different physics to the game? It's almost like if you tried to actually put, like, for instance, the Milestone, like a Arlington style track from one of the Milestone games into Legends, scaling wise and jump wise and all that, it wouldn't even be fun in this game. You know, it wouldn't even be like that cool. So I think that's partially why you kind of have the Spencer boy tossing it, why you kind of have that more like arcadey, big time, big jump. You know, obviously this is different than what Arlington would actually look like in real life, but it fits the gameplay of the game, which to me, that's just always more important. Might just be a quicker double, triple like that. Okay, so here we are on a little bit of midday 420 practice time on the track, right? That is cool looking. I like all the little... This right here does actually give me a little bit more of the vibe of AT&T Stadium. For some reason, this, like, daytime sort of practice-y version of it kind of gives me that feeling, more like qualifying version of the track. That is cool, because I remember seeing qualifying in real life at the AT&T Stadium for Arlington, and it's got a lot of, like, shadows and shading like this right here. That's really cool. Really cool. But, yeah, I mean, you know, Arlington's always kind of known for super hard-packed dirt, kind of more, maybe a little bit more flat tracky. You know, always get confused right there. But yeah, this is just more Big Daddy, arcadey, fun factory than it is like super realistic Arlington Stadium dirt, you know. Holy shit, you probably jump into that. Okay. Let's change camera mode here. little bit of first person. Let's see how quick we can wreck. Holy shit. Bro, the track feels entirely different when you go from the afternoon version to the nighttime version. Like that. Feels like two completely different tracks, man. A little bit of character in the whoops. But yeah, this is really cool how you can sort of get a bit of an idea of the layout of the real-life Supercross tracks before the race. You know, these tracks will be coming out 4 days before the real-life Supercross rounds. They have Anaheim 1 all the way to Arlington right now, and then obviously the rest of them, like Daytona, etc., will be released leading up to the real-life races. Oh man, you get it in first person, these jumps feel about 5,000 times bigger. Like to the point where it's like, holy shit, where am I going, dog? Okay. Little clutch boost. There you go, Spencer boy. I would just have to play first person in this game more to get used to it, right? There's a triple there. Boy, oh boy, I don't even know. Them jumps are so steep right there, I don't even know what to hit on that. But yeah, I just wanted to come in here and kind of check out Arlington, because I know we got the real-life Supercross race coming up pretty soon on it. So you can get this with the 2024 Monster Energy Supercross DLC for Legends. The Arlington track is out and was out when they very first came out with the DLC. So they sort of gave you that first one, you know, a little bit early. The whipping looks different in first person than it did like the last time I really played the game. That's interesting. But yeah, this is Arlington, brothers. Big Daddy jumps. You want to be clutch boosting like everywhere here. You know, clutch boost, clutch boost, clutch boost, boys. It's the only way you're going to get over some of this shit. Some of this shit, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know. It's almost like it gets to the point where hitting like a smaller line would actually be faster, which is kind of nutty. But that is kind of the vibe that it gives you a little bit. But yeah, this track compared to like some of the other 2024 Supercross replica tracks, DLC tracks, this one's pretty similar, honestly. They all kind of have a similar vibe to them, I'm noticing, as far as like berm size, finish line size. I can't necessarily say there's just like a ton of variation when it comes to that, you know? Whether you're going from like Anaheim to Arlington to whatever, right? Can't necessarily say they have a crap load of like variation in the sense of how the actual terrain is made. You know, they do kind of get maybe a little bit repetitive in that sense. But it's basically just MX vs. ATV trying to keep that expert level jump skill gap going on. You know, they're trying to keep that whole system of the game going here. So it's not like I can really blame them too much, but I think they could have done a little bit more in the variation department, you know? There could have been a little more done on that side of it, but this is also MX vs. ATV's first crack at actually doing official Monster Energy Supercross replica tracks, so, you know, this ain't like Milestone's 6th time doing it with the 6th official Supercross game, you know what I'm saying? You could be a little bit more lenient on certain elements like that when it's kind of their first crack at it, you know what I'm saying? That's basically why I didn't really mention too much of that in my initial review of this DLC, just because it's kind of, you know, I think it was big just for MX vs. ATV to get the jumps to this level, this size, to get the skill gap to this level, to get the pre-made and the character to this level. I think that alone was like the most important aspect of it, you know. And then they somewhat have the stadiums and the, you know, the monster logos and those sort of vibes going. You got that big AT&T Jumbotron, dog, middle of the stadium. They got that up there, so they do have some of those like real life stadium iconic sort of sections that you have come to know and remember about these certain real life Supercross tracks. Jumbotron shit popping, dog.